son of perdition. Now, this is being spoken to the church. The true church, not the people claiming to be the true church, but the actual true church. So there are people out there who know what God says, but they are busy with their new wife, they are busy with their oxen, they are busy with their house. No time for building this temple. No time. They say the time is not come that the Lord's house be built. You know, we are busy worrying about our money, aren't we? But you know, Haggai chapter 2 verse 8 says, well, let's look at verse 7. And I will, first, let's chart at verse 6. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, yet once in a little while, and I will shake the heavens and the earth and the sea and the dry lands, and I will shake all nations, and the desire of all nations shall come, and I will fill this house with glory, said the Lord of hosts. Verse 8. The silver is mine, the gold is mine, said the Lord of hosts. Oh yes. Mugabe could say that Zimbabwe is mine, is mine, is mine, as much as he likes. The super rich Rothschilds and Rockefellers and house of this, that, and the other can claim to own trillions and trillions and trillions, as many trillions as they would like. The eternal God says, the silver is mine and the gold is mine. Therefore, if you trust in him, he will provide for you. He has done it for me my entire life. I don't go putting my hand out. People who know me will tell you that. I much prefer to give than to receive. Much. I'm much happier giving. You know, in Haggai chapter 2 verse 15, God is saying, no, once you actually start to pay attention to what I am doing, look, verse 15, and now I pray you consider from this day and upward, from before a stone was laid upon a stone in the temple of the Lord. Verse 16, since those days were when one came to a heap of 20 measures, but there were 10. So you went expecting to find in your store 20, you found 10. When one came to press the fat to draw out 50 vessels, there were 20. You're short. You're always short. And the Eternal says in verse 17, I smote you with blasting and with mildew and with hail. Where? In all the labors of your hands. And that's what's happening. Don't care what we do. They're saying Britain is great, Britain is still great. You know, we've got one set of people who are taking people, but two companies taking people on. One is Asda of Walmart. That's a shop. That's not producing anything. You know which other business is booming? Sky B and Sky Television, the big television companies. I think it's 30% their profits have gone up. Why? Because people are watching telly. They're not working. Because there's no work. But the Sky B and Sky Television, Haggai chapter 2 verse 18. Consider now from this day and upward, from the 24th day of the 9th month, even from the day that the foundation of the Lord's temple was laid. Consider it. Is the seed yet in the barn? Yea, as yet the vine and the fig tree and the pomegranate and the olive tree hath not brought forth. From this day I will bless you. Do you want to be blessed? Simple. Obey. In order to obey, how are you going to obey? Listen. Humble yourself. Get off your high horse. throughout the pride and arrogance. This is serious stuff. I have heard people in public say, yes, God spoke to me. Absolutely true. Because I challenged them when they said, oh, God doesn't speak to me. I said, no, he speaks to you. But you don't like what you hear. And they said, yes, two different people, a man and a woman. I didn't like what I hear. So I ignored it. I did my own thing. How can you be blessed? Are you being blessed? I'm asking you, are you being blessed? And being blessed has nothing to do with acquiring stuff. Have you got peace of mind? Is your environment one of peace? Are you happy to be home? Or do you wish you were elsewhere? Are you happy where you work? Or do you wish you were elsewhere? Is your whole life really just a disaster? Well, maybe it's time to turn around. And simple. Humble yourself, listen, and obey. It's just a matter of repentance. You see, I have to tell you that most people, instead of building up the temple of the eternal God, they are knocking down the pillars left, right, and center. You have to find out and ask yourself, is it more acceptable to rebel or to obey? This is the real problem of Rhema. Rhema challenges you. I tell you, my documents challenge you. No question about it. My videos challenge you. They pull the rug from under your feet. They really do. But you see, they pull the rug from under my feet as well. So I'm appreciative. I'm no longer walking in darkness. As I said earlier, you can figure, I've got a Bible and I've got a brain. But if that was enough, how is it that countless millions are deceived? How is it? Answer that question. They all have brains. They're all intelligent. Often they're the more intelligent people. But that's what it says in Daniel, isn't it? The wise will fall to try the rest. There are many false shepherds out there. And some rightly leave the fallen churches. And they try to sort things out themselves. That is good. However, if you're truly serious, the eternal God will lead you to one of His servants to help you in your personal relationship with Him. And they'll help you to resolve problems without becoming a middleman. Because, if I was a middleman, I'd be just another disaster like everyone else. So you see, 1 Corinthians 12:28 says, and God hath set some in the church, first apostles, and these aren't self-appointed apostles. He says, and God hath set them. I know people who claim to be apostles, that claim to be prophets, and all. I've heard of one minister, telling this young woman nearby here, she's now a prophet. Well, I think he fancied her. What kind of nonsense is that?